I blew it. I intended to record riding the motorcycle today and set it to music and, lighthearted. Kind of prime it and get it ready. I need to get on to the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. I gotta edit that, make a video out of it. It's gonna be cool. I got a song picked out, the whole nine. Anyway, I thought if I did a motorcycle ride today, it would kind of prime it. Last night I told myself, well, set an alarm, get up, and go ride with the guys that ride out of Dagny's every morning up to Keene. That'll be cool. You know what? If I wake up like I always do at 4:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock, then I'll get up, do the shower, and get dressed and get ready. Well, I woke up at like 1:30, 2 o'clock instead. I think it was a little after 1:30. And went into the bathroom, got me a drink of water, started fiddling around on Facebook, and then finally went to sleep. I didn't wake up till 7. I think they meet at 8, so there wasn't really much point in trying to rush. So I said, heck with it. I'll take it easy this morning. I'll ride out to the range. That's going to be a good day. And I'll record it, and I'll make a video, and it'll be cool. Man, I'll tell you, the grass is green on the hills. They're just rolling hills. It's beautiful out there. The grass is green, the air is clean. Birds are buzzing and bees are chirping. Things are just beautiful here right now. And not right now. The sky is cloudy, gray, and nasty, and disgusting, and the wind was blowing like hell when I got back into town. But I'll tell you what, getting out there was beautiful. I set my camera up, got it started. It showed a full battery and a full SIM card, or not full, empty. Anyway, this is going to kind of serve as a product review, kind of. I use the Sony Action Cam. It has the steady shot feature. It's got Zeiss glass. It's a really good camera. The only issue that I have with it really is it is wide angle only. You can't change that. I think with the I believe with some of the action cams, the Hero 5 and the black and the little sessions, the little cute one, I think you can change that on those. I don't know. I've never used them. But on this one you can't change it. It's a really cool camera. The SIM card is removable. I don't know if you can see that. You can remove the SIM card on this. You can remove the battery. And that is a phenomenally good feature. Their little camcorder takes these same batteries. Now here's the issue that I have today. And this is really what I came to talk to you about. Instead of making a music video about riding motorcycles, these are the batteries that come with the camera. These are the Sony batteries that you're supposed to get with the camera. They're great. This thing will last about the 2 hours of the SIM card. You just click that thing there, and it's a micro SIM card, little one. These are 32 gigabytes. I think the camera can support 64. I don't know. I've never tried. I've got a couple of 32s, and that's just what I use. Anyway, these are the Sony batteries. It came with one of these. Let's see. There's a little image on the camera here. You can't hardly see that. It's getting dark out. And it shows the battery with that little arrow up. And you just rock that in there, and that little blue thing clicks. And there it is. Now that's powering that up. You can push any button and it'll power it up. And it should say, oh, see that blinking means that media card's not in there right. So I'm gonna click it, remove it, get these little lines. That's fine. I hear little kids. It says wait. And does it read it? Still says wait. Hopefully that's focusing so you guys can see that. Alright, I'm going to go previous, power off. Alright, reseated the card. Wait, there we go. And that tells you that we are at 2 hours and 40 minutes of record time in 1080p at 60 frames per second. Now I'll tell you, on YouTube, 60 frames per second can kind of give you a bit of a headache. YouTube tends to, gives me a bit of a headache. YouTube tends to dumb it down to 720 and 30 frames per second anyway. So when I'm recording these, I do like to get the better quality. One of the issues I have is I recorded that whole thing for the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, and I think I did it in 30 frames per second, 720p. That's going to be horrible. So I blew it right out of the gate on that, but we won't know until I actually start editing the thing, which is something I need to get on. Now it just shut itself off. Now here's the problem, and here's where the product review part of this comes in. Online they had these Wasabi Power, and they were, I hope that's focusing, I can't tell if it is, the screen's on the other side. Wasabi Power battery packs for the Sony action cams. They were like a pack of 3 for nothing. I ordered them, and I ordered 2 packs. The pack of 2 or a pack of 3? I don't remember. Anyway, it must have been a pack of 2 because I have 4 of them. I had 4 of them. So today you can see I've got a spare card in there. 32 gigs doesn't go that far. You can see that's a couple hours of recording time. The batteries are good for an hour and a half to 2 hours. Some of these Wasabi batteries are only good for 45 minutes. So when you buy cheap Chinese junk online, made in China, you get cheap Chinese junk at the house. That's what they send you. You know, $7 for 2 batteries, or I don't even remember what it was. I don't remember what the price was on the Sony cam batteries. I didn't price them. I saw the Wasabis and I went, well, good enough. You know, it's inexpensive. I'll run with it. Well, let me tell you why that's a mistake. Like I said, the Sony cam battery is worth an hour and a half to 2 hours. The Wasabi ones might be 30 minutes. They might be an hour and 15. You never know. And here's where you never know. I got on the bike this morning. It's like 10 o'clock-ish, 9:45, 10 o'clock, somewhere in there. And I got all ready to head out, and I clicked the camera on. And just getting all that kid out of here. Anyway, I clicked the camera on. It showed a full battery. I set it to record, or I thought I did. And I went to pull out, and I drove all the way out to the range. And man, I stood up on the foot pegs. It had to have looked like a low-flying drone. But it wasn't recording any of it because the battery was dead. And because the battery had a problem, I don't know what its problem was. It must have been a short in one of the sections of the cell. Who knows? It showed me a full charge, but it didn't record any of that. It recorded less than 2 minutes. Get out to the range, I see that I'm like, well, shoot, I must have hit the wrong button. Obviously, it's my fault. So I didn't even change the battery on the camera. I just went ahead and rolled with it, and I used that to record, and it recorded all of 4.5, 5 minutes leaving the range, me talking to the guys before I left, and as I went to get on the bike, it powered down and shut off. No battery. I get home, it's not recording. I'm like, what the heck? I didn't know that it had only recorded 5 minutes until I downloaded it to this phone that you're seeing me through right now. And I started the thing up and I hit record this time, and I sat there and watched it for about a minute. Then a minute and a half rolls by, the battery bar goes down, and another minute, half a minute goes by, another battery bar goes down. I'm like, oh, that's what happened. That's what happened. That battery's got a short in it somehow, and it's not doing it. It says it's going to do it, it's not doing it. So I just threw one of the Wasabi batteries in the trash. The battery disposal, it's a felony to throw a battery in the trash here in California. You get what you pay for, right? No, you don't. You don't get what you pay for. Because we're paying an exorbitant amount of money to live here, and it is hell. The roads are crap, which you would have seen that if the friggin' camera had recorded. But anyway, politics aside, product review, Sony Action Cam. If you like any of the motorcycle videos that you've seen me shoot, it's been with this. One of the things I like about it that you cannot do with the GoPro stuff is you can add a microphone, and I do. I have a microphone inside my helmet. That's how you hear me talk in some of those videos. I've got to work out a better way to get rid of the noise, especially for me breathing, but also like as you're going down the road. Working on that. I want to see if the latest greatest of the Sony Action Cam is capable of narrowing the field of view. Sometimes it would be nice to bring it in, you know, so that you can see the stuff that's further off. I don't need the wide field of view. I don't need it to be, you know, fish-eyed like that. And that's all this camera would do. I think this would be a great backup camera for shooting videos. I would like to be able to narrow it down. That would be really cool, so you can see the stuff that's further off. I would show you that, but the battery died because I'm cheap. Anyway, I'm using dual lock to mount that. There is a video on Everride's channel where he explains how he uses these and why. That's where I got the idea for the dual lock. That's where I decided the Sony Action Cam was the thing to do. That's where I got the link for the microphone that I use. I need to upgrade the wind buffering on that somehow. But if you have not checked out Everride's channel, go check his channel out. That dude is a supremely righteous dude, man. He's a good bike rider. He gives good tips on how to do things. It's entertaining. It's an entertaining channel. And he's good people. Seems to be anyway. Anyway, that's where I got the idea for this. He's not the one that turned me onto the Wasabis. I found that on my own. Don't buy the Wasabi batteries or any of the other cheap ones. Buy the actual Sony ones, unless you just don't have the money for it, you know. And then I guess those will get you by. Ish. Anyway, that's my gripe for today. I set out, man, it was beautiful out. It was beautiful riding. It was a gorgeous day. The weather was just phenomenally good. It was just almost too warm to be standing still in 2 layers of clothing, which is what I was doing. It was almost too cold to be rolling in 2 layers of clothing. It wasn't on either side. It was just perfect. It was comfortable. I went out and I practiced with the 92 FS. That was pretty sweet. Ben just picked one up, so you're going to see a video real soon about all 3 of us going out. Me with this one, Gabe with the first one that I had, and Ben with the one that he just traded his that boy, he saw that Beretta, and after having shot his brothers, he kind of like, you could see the wheels turning. He realized it was a better gun. Anyway, he was in the gun shop the other night with me, and he saw a mid-90s 92 FS, and he just kind of like, I could see those wheels turning again. Those gears were grinding pretty hard. Smoke kind of pouring out of there. I said, Ben, now let me ask you, if you wanted this 92 FS, would you trade your SIG for that Beretta? And it took him all of about 24 hours to come up with the answer. And he finally did. He said, yeah, I want that Beretta real bad, Dad. I said, all right, I'll call him Monday morning when they come into the shop, and I'll have them set it aside, and I'll go in and buy it, and we'll put your SIG, your P228, we'll put it up for sale. You've got till Monday morning to tell me no. No, he's hard set. He wants that. He's hard set. He wants that Beretta, so we bought it. It's on the 10-day wait now. He'll get it Thursday night, and the SIG looks like it might be sold already, which no doubt, I knew that. I got it Cerakoted for the purpose of selling it, and then he saw it and geeked out about it. So Ben's already horse traded a gun. That's kind of cool in my mind. There's two different thoughts on the gun thing, and two different schools of thought on the gun thing. There are a lot of guys who buy and they'll never sell, and then there are a lot of guys who invest to flip it and make money on it. I'm neither one of those. Guns are fun. They're toys. They are not weapons of war to me. I have weapons of war. God, I hope we never need them. I have stuff that is prepper material, that is for if things go bad, you know. If there's a riot, if there's whatever. I have my go-tos that are weapons. That has changed a little over the years. It's changed back again, kind of. No, well, not kind of. It's changed back. When we do the 3 Berettas video, you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, most of the guns I own have always been toys. They've been something that interested me, that I wanted to play with. I got the thing. I played with it. I cleaned it up as best I could, and I traded it or sold it to buy a new thing that interested me. Now, my grandfather has always been a collector, buying, never selling. Not never selling, just you'd be hard-pressed to get him to trade a gun. His collection has more or less stayed intact. I haven't really done a lot with that. I still have almost all of those guns, but my guns continue to be in flux. And to see Ben, I really want that, and I understand I can't afford to own both right now. Am I willing to? And there's a judgment call that happens there. Am I willing to? Yeah, he was willing to. He wasn't like, he didn't just cast this one aside easily or lightly. He really thought about it. It was pretty cool. And that's a big thing to me, is because, you know, you see something, you gotta have it. That red 9 Mauser, I really wanted that. That's the first time in a long time I didn't trade a gun to get that gun. I just got that gun, and that's rare for me to just get a gun. Usually I make myself give something up and get it. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit long-winded here. We got the 3 Berettas video coming up. I'm gonna try to start working on this Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. Those guys look so good, and there were some really cool bikes in that event, and it's gonna be a cool video. My problem is I'm kind of like, I want to do it, but I don't want to do it, and when I don't want to do it, I'm gonna rush through it. I don't want to rush through that. That to me is deserving of the full attention, and the work on it a little, come back to it, work on it a little more, make it good. You know, a lot of guys liked the first one. I want to make the second one better. than the first one. So I don't want to half-ass it. I want to be motivated to do it. I want to do it right. So that's been my hang-up, and that's my fault, but we're going to get to it. There's the product review. Don't buy cheap junk. If you didn't know that, now you know. Quote Biggie there. You like that? This is good stuff. Sony, get after that if you want to do this kind of stuff. Sony Action Cam. I'm watching. No, I'm not watching. You're watching me through a Samsung Galaxy S9. A Samsung Galaxy S9. I'm going to leave that in. I don't care. It's a pretty good video, too. Anyway, there you go. That's it. That's all I really had to say about it. Oh, here's another product review. Somebody told me that Jägermeister was licorice. Black licorice. No, it's not. It's got a hint of black licorice to it, but it tastes like cough syrup. It tastes like it ought to have laudanum in it. Don't get Jägermeister. Oh my God, that's disgusting. Fireball. Fireball's a good one. Fireball's delicious. You know what else is good? Margaritas. Get some tequila. Some good tequila. Get some margarita mix. Freeze your glasses. Dip them in crushed salt, or with that rock salt, not rock salt. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Make some margaritas, but this stuff's disgusting. Alright guys, that's about all I got for you tonight. I'm sorry this wasn't a motorcycle riding video, because that, oh man, it was beautiful today. I love that motorcycle so much. 109 horsepower, 480 pounds. The bike will pull the front wheel up. It's just so sweet. God, I love that bike. Alright. You guys have a good one, and I'll catch you on the next one.